Week 32's Friday review. Question 1. The place value of the 4 in 4,378,200 is 4 million. Of course, you can put in the commas if you wish. Question 12. Simplify 10 over 12. You look at 10 and 12 and you say, what divides into 10 and 12? Your answer is 2, so it's 5 over 6. Question 3, 10 squared, that's 100. Take away 3 squared, which is 9, is 91. I actually made a mess of that first, so it's been a hard week. Question 4, y equals 55 degrees because all three have to add up to 180, so you add those together, you take it away from 180. Rotate 450 degrees clockwise. What I've done here is 450 equals 360 plus 90. 360 would end up exactly where it was, so really what you're doing is you're just rotating it 90 clockwise, so your A is on its side like that. Question number 6, what's the radius of this circle? Well, the diameter is 14, so the radius is half that, 7 centimeters. Question 7, 6,000, 12,000, 24,000, 48,000. What's happening? They're doubling each time. It's not going up by the same amount, it's multiplying by 2 each time. So your next one is 96,000. What's the average of these scores? You have to add them together. When you do that, your total is 32. There are 4 of them. You have to divide 32 by 4. Your answer is 8. Question 9, 1.6 divided by 0.4. You multiply both numbers by 10 to clear that decimal point. So it's 16 divided by 4, and your answer is 4. You don't have to change that back then, because it's important to understand what you're doing here. All you're doing is you're raising both numbers by the same ratio. So there are the same number of 4's in 16 as there are 0.4's in 1.6. So it's important to understand that you're not going to change that back to 0.4 because you've multiplied it up here. You don't have to divide it back down. It's the same number. You're asking how many 0.4's are there in 1.6? The answer is 4. Question 10. 3 1/3 plus 3 2/3 is 6 3/3. 6 3/3. 3/3 is a whole unit. 6 3/3 equals 7. Question 11. The volume of the fish tank is 1.5 multiplied by 6 multiplied by 2 is 18 cubic meters. Meters cubed. And then question 12. There are 3 fish per cubic meter. How many fish are there in the tank? So there are 3 for each 1 cubic meter, and you have 18 cubic meters. You have to multiply by 3 multiplied by 18. So your answer is 54 fish. Question 13. Write the formula to work out the area of a rectangle A. Well, that stands for area equals L by W, length by width. If you had the W here and the L there, it wouldn't make any difference. Question 14. The total cost of 9 cakes is $3.15. Average cost of 1 cake then is $3.15 divided by 9 is 35 cents. Question 15. 9 squared is 81. That's 9 multiplied by 9. It's not 9 by 2. 9 multiplied by 9. Question 16. Minus 3 plus 7 is 4 plus 4. You can just leave it at 4. Question 17. 6y is 360. So y equals, okay, well 6 by 6 is 36. So 6 by 60 is 360. Question 18. 2075 millimeters is 2.075 meters. Enlarge this line by 4 to 1. By ratio of 4 to 1. It's 10 millimeters because it's 1 centimeter. So if you're enlarging it by a factor of 4 to 1, then your new line is going to be 40 millimeters. Don't have to draw it. They're just looking for how long it's going to be. Question 20. If there are 116 yen to 1 euro, how many euro would you get for 580? We've already had it this week. 5. What's the area of a rectangular field? 100 meters by 15 meters. You multiply 100 by 15, you get 1,500 meters squared. Question 22. 5 liters and 25 millimeters is 5 and 25 over 1,000 is 5.025 liters. Question 23. Which digit in the decimal 2.347 is the 100th? Well, the 3 is the 10th, 7 is the 1000th, so the 4 is the 100th. 24. What's your speed if you travel 7.5 kilometers every 30 minutes? Well, 30 minutes is half of an hour. So you want to find out how far you go in an hour. You multiply that by 2. Your answer is 15. So it's 15 kilometers an hour. Question 25. 3D shape has 6 2 centimeter by 5 centimeter faces. What is the shape's surface area? Well, one of those faces is 2 by 5, that's 10 centimeters squared. And you've got 6 faces, so it's 60 centimeters squared. 2 by 5 by 6